Hi guys, Mr. Shane here. As you can see, I'm stuck at home just like you. This COVID-19 business is crazy and I've never seen anything like it. I'm hoping that we will see each other shortly, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon. So I wanted to explain a little bit about what's going on and give you some ideas for what you can do at home. First of all, why are we even staying home? Well, there's a virus going around the world called COVID-19. People who get this virus get a fever, a dry cough, and experience a shortness in breath. It gets really hard to breathe. The virus is spreading so rapidly because people don't show symptoms or signs of the virus for 2 to 14 days. That can mean that you have the virus and you don't even know it for 2 weeks. Luckily, people like you and me who are young seem to be able to overcome this virus. But people who are immunocompromised have a harder time surviving it. Immunocompromised means people who have a weak immune system. You might have a weak immune system if you're older or if you're sick. Because the virus takes so long to show symptoms, it's important that we stay away from each other so we can be sure that we don't accidentally pass it on to someone else. I know since we're out of school, you might want to go out and play with your friends, but it's really important to practice social distancing, which means you only come in contact with your family or people who are living in your house. This is why we're not at school, so we don't accidentally pass it on to each other. Imagine if I had the virus and I didn't know it, and then I spread it to all of you, then you spread it to all your friends at recess and in the cafeteria, and then they spread it to all their families at home, and the cycle goes on and on and on. It's just better that we stay apart for now until we know for sure what's going on and when this will all be over. Secondly, many people have been asking me for things that you can do at home so you don't forget everything we've learned all year. As of right now, teachers in Wilmington are not practicing virtual learning or distance learning, which means you will not be expected to learn anything new while we are out of school. But I'm constantly checking my email to see if anything changes. I posted a bunch of websites on our Google Classroom. You can find them under the Classwork tab and then under the heading At Home Practice. If you need your login info to get into any of the websites that we use, please message me through ClassTag or through email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. It's important that you take this time off of school to practice skills that we have already learned. By no means are these suggestions mandatory, they are just that, suggestions. But I will break it down by subject. Here we go. I posted a few new assignments on the Envisions website for math. These are checkpoints that have questions from everything that we've learned so far this year. If you're going to do this, please start with the one called Topics 1 through 4 Online Cumulative Benchmark Assessment. Then there's one from 1 through 8, and then there's one for 1 through 12. If you complete these, then I know what skills you need to work on and I can send some more materials your way. You'll also see if you log into the Envisions website that our Topic 15 test is on there because I had assigned it for today, but obviously we're not going to be taking that test, so just ignore it for now. There are also some other math websites on our Google Classroom. You can use eSpark, Prodigy, Math Playground, or any other websites that you find useful. Here are some math activities that you can do at home that do not involve a computer. First of all, if you need to learn your multiplication facts, now is the time. Spend a few minutes every day going through your flashcards, playing multiplication games, quizzing yourself, whatever you have to do. You have a few weeks to memorize your multiplication facts. Please, please, please do it. Another math activity that you can do is cooking. You can bake something using only a 1/4 cup measuring cup. Let's see some equivalent fractions going on there. And did you take your protractor home? I was going to do this activity at school, but you can do this at home. Cover a table with pieces of tape, straight lines, make them intersecting, and then measure all the angles that you can find with your pieces of tape. Ooh, and you can also play Monopoly, play Yahtzee, or learn how to play cribbage. Anyone who learns how to play cribbage over the break, I will promise to play a game against you when we get back to school. You should be reading every day. I already read 2 books since I've been home, so if you're running out of books to read, I know libraries are closed. I posted the Epic website on our classroom, and in the description on our classroom, I put our class code, so you should be able to read books online. I've also posted some assignments in ReadWorks. You do not have to complete these assignments, but reading passages and then answering questions will definitely help you and help you understand what you're reading. Remember to, if you're using ReadWorks, to answer in complete sentences. I'm also thinking about doing a daily read aloud or starting some book groups through Epic. So if you're interested in this, just leave a comment or send me a message and I'll get you set up. Okay, for writing, our literary essays are going to be on hold for now. I'm a little bit sad about this because you guys are doing such a good job, and I also have all of your creative writing journals in a bag in my house, so you can't even put entries in there. So here's my suggestion. I want you to try to keep a journal for the next few weeks. You can find an old notebook or composition notebook, whatever you have at home, and dedicate it as your journal. We're going to call this the Coronavirus Correspondence, and thanks to the Sapolis for that name. This is going to be a space for you to write down what you did that day, your thoughts about what's going on, whatever you want. And if you want prompts for writing, I'll post one per day in our Google Classroom under the Stream tab. If you don't have a journal at home, I've also created a new assignment under our Classwork tab and then under the heading Writing. Just like we do for essays, you will click on the assignment and create a new document. If you're going to use this way to keep a journal, you can use the same document but put each entry on a new page and make sure you put a date on each entry. All right, social studies. Well, our quiz for the Midwest state and capitals is going to be on hold for now too, but by the end of the year, you should know all the states and capitals. You can use this time to get ahead and study them all. I put some links up in our Google Classroom for you to practice. It's under At Home Practice on the Classwork page, and it's called States and Capitals Practice. There are a few games in there that ask you where the states are on the map, and then a couple other games that ask you what the capitals of the states are. Science. Well, all of my science stuff is at school, so some things that you can do at home. Grow a plant from a seed. It's a perfect time of year to do this. Make slime. You can use Brain Pop. I'll find some science materials that go with what we're planning on learning for the rest of the year and assign them through Brain Pop. You can also use code.org and try to complete all the courses. We worked on course C with Ms. Provençal, so see how far you can get in the program. Okay, some random things. I've been thinking about NitroType. Now is the perfect time to do NitroType with your friends. Call them up and get their usernames. And if you want me to organize for us to play a class game together, let me know and I will set it up. I'm also open to doing Kahoots virtually, so let me know through the comments or through ClassTag if you're interested in doing anything like that. We can practice our states and capitals or our math facts or whatever we want through Kahoot, and I'll schedule it so we can all play together. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. I know that was a lot of information. Remember, things are changing day by day for me too, so I'll try to keep you updated as best as I can. I am at home and I am bored too, so if you have any questions or need anything, please reach out to me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. I miss you guys, and I hope I will see you soon.